Welcome to Impetuosity. My name is Christian Miller. I'm your host. And I actually can explain to you why I thought of impetuosity, because I don't know that that's actually a name.
Did you think of it impetuously?
I did.
It
Well, I mean,
impetuously
it's sort of like improv-y.
Can we just get a definition reminder on impetuosity?
Impetuousness. It's like you're flying by the seat of your pants. You don't think of what you're doing.
Okay.
But the fact that this is an homage to Spontaneation, and I was like, oh, impetuosity. So multiple levels, as is everything that I do.
It's an urban impetuousness as opposed to the more rural variety.
Right, exactly, yes. The farmland, the Impetu farm, really wasn't
Impetu
actually
farm.
a very...
Yeah, which is where you go.
That's the place that closed down up here.
That's right, with the alpacas.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to have a little conversation and then do some improv. My first interview guest is Nick Boyar.
Hey, everybody. Good evening.
Hey, Nick. How you doing?
And my colleague that is going to be helping us out also, and hopefully future interview guest, Mike Chen.
Hello.
Microphone.
A.K.a.
That's what
microphone.
That's what they call me at the Impetu farm.
So,
Mike, you have a great radio voice, can I just say?
You do.
I was born on the radio.
Really?
Oh.
It's got that little sultry
That's
overtone.
right. Yeah, this is my late night radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
With the
very
microphone up in
chill.
my face, it just kind of comes out of me, and then take the microphone away, and I talk like I normally do.
I definitely hate my recorded voice and voice in general because it's just too nasally. But I did already discover that I can hit. There's a thing on the editing where you can turn the frequency down 0.1 degree or something like that, and all of a sudden I'm like Barry White.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Maybe you could do that for me too.
The old Barry White
Got that
setting.
little voice problem too.
All right, we're going to start off with a little interview conversation kicked off by a blind question, and this being an homage to Paul F. Tompkins' Spontaneation. The first one we're going to do is because it's improv, we don't know what it is in advance. Nick, give me a number between 1 and 200.
Oh, let's start with 29.
Good number.
All right.
It's a prime number.
29 is a prime number.
We both checked.
Yeah,
We checked our data.
The quick mental math.
Yeah, back on the farm, on the Impetu farm with the prime numbers.
Don't worry, your math checks out. All right, so question 29. If you could be invisible and go visit a current celebrity's home, who would it be?
Oh, wow. All right.
Someone not from TV. Because
No.
Nick doesn't watch
I
TV.
don't watch
famously
very much TV.
Does not watch television.
Well, I have to think about my purpose here because
You are invisible.
I know if it's some like voyeuristic purpose, I might get some bad karma.
Yeah.
So
We'll save that for the late night.
yeah.
Impetuosity at night.
Impetu.
And also, I don't know. Like, I only know like movie stars from 20 and 30 years ago, so I might not actually want to go and
I think
spy on them.
Celebrity is very broad.
Yeah.
So you could pick someone from the world of philosophy or sociology, perhaps.
And I would also say that there are no time limits on this. You could visit a celebrity from 20 or 30 years ago.
You could.
I mean, you're already invisible. We're not being bound by the laws of physics.
Yeah. You could like peep on Martin Heidegger.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is maybe I would like to just like hang out on the wall as Lou Reed and Laurie Anderson were like having a day in their life, and just, I don't know. They're both such interesting people.
They're probably doing something just kind of like this.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Kind of saying
yeah.
like, "Hello, Lou.
Good evening.
How are you today, Lou?"
Wait, Lou Reed and who?
Laurie Anderson, the conceptual artist, who was my favorite in high school.
I also am an enormous Laurie Anderson fan.
Did you go and see her when she was at Cornell?
I did not. I saw the poster too late.
It was a conversation. There was no, it was fine, but
Yeah.
Well, I will admit to the fact that I am a complete rube and culturally stagnant and had no idea. I thought that you had mispronounced Lonnie Anderson.
Aha.
Oh yes, that's
Who-
right.
Which
Well,
I was like,
and
okay.
that's who Chris is gonna go on the wall. Okay,
yes,
so that's for
height
next
of her
episode.
fame, Lonnie Anderson, 1981. No.
Next,
Well,
next
actually,
episode.
Laurie Anderson's first album release was a 4-album set of her concert series, United States, and a lot of like performance microphone conceptual art really kind of starts with her. Like she pretends to be hosting a radio show and tells weird stories or does weird stuff. So in a certain way, I hadn't thought about it, but we're kind of in her lineage here a little
This
bit.
is she's kind of like the patron saint of voice recording.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I grew up in a very sheltered household, apparently. My parents had no desire to expose us to art. The closest thing that we came was we lived near D.C., and so we'd go down to the National Portrait Gallery once in a while. So we got to see some portraits, but nothing experimental.
There's a picture of a guy.
An old white guy.
Look at the wig on that guy.
It almost looks like the wig on that guy.
That guy.
I just have to note that this unicorn's horn, I mean, this is a really profoundly long horn of a unicorn.
Yeah, this is a very famous tapestry.
Yes.
For the listener, as
As me and Nick geek out about Laurie Anderson.
the
and,
studio that we are in is has a very famous unicorn in a round fence.
Yes.
It's pretty famous. Tapestry on the wall. It's very very chill.
And I guess the idea was that they proved that unicorns were real by showing narwhal tusks.
Mm-hmm.
And those would then be ground up to make aphrodisiacs, and people
Yeah.
would eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could also kind of like knock them together to make a sick beat.
Yeah.
So Nick, since we are still focused on you, so the question had you being invisible. Is there a different superpower that you might prefer to have?
Oh, yeah, for some reason, I feel like I would get into some karmic trouble if I fully used that invisible superpower. So, on a cautionary note, maybe I would choose the superpower of flying. Just like it would be very fun to like fly around in a celebrity's apartment or, do some fun tricks for a celebrity, like Laurie Anderson.
Well, you wouldn't have to. I mean, I think we've taken it out of the realm of you'd have to.
No,
involve
let's
a
keep
celebrity.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It has to be in celebrity homes. All the
Okay.
superpowers.
Oh, yeah, you can only
Heat vision in Lonnie Anderson's kitchen. That's what we're gonna
I'd like
be doing.
to melt some butter
Yes.
with my heat vision.
I'm gonna
in
make a
preparing
tuna
Lonnie
melt.
Anderson
Exactly.
and fried egg.
Exactly.
Or just like gently, like paint her with melted butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think that was a little karmic. Bing. Good karma. Good invisible flying karma.
All right. Well, Mike, now that we tossed the question over to you,
Oh,
what celebrity would you?
Okay,
want
I
to
didn't
use your
realize I was going to
invisibility
be interviewed
Now we
today.
know how this
And
works.
so now I have to like prepare myself. What celebrity would I be invisible in the home of? Let's see if I can speak.
I have another. I'll just give my second answer. What you
okay.
think?
Yeah.
I actually, on the bad karma side, I actually probably would enjoy seeing Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in a sexual relationship. I think that would
The
be nice.
peaks of human perfection.
Yeah,
at,
they're
about
they're
1987.
both pretty hot. Yeah.
So like the outtakes of
Of Eyes Wide Shut,
Eyes
yeah,
Wide Shut.
which was 99,
No,
but still,
say.
they're still,
Oh, yeah,
they're still
that was-
looking
87
good.
is a little
Yeah.
early for that.
Wow, who? Let's see. For some reason, Al Pacino is popping into my head, just because I'd like to see how he gets into character. What would he be doing while he's? And so, can I time travel at the same time?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I want to like time travel to Al Pacino's house before maybe not The Godfather, but like one of those movies in this, like, what was it, Dog Day Afternoon or one of those things, and just to watch him get in the zone and what kind of like weird stuff he would get up to kind of like lock it in.
This is a sign that you are a true actor at heart.
Yeah, and it's also a sign that I don't want to like talk about the other people that I might want to like
Creep on.
creep on. while I'm in.
Well, but like, yeah, I didn't either. But then after you talk about that, like, it's like, okay, well, you gotta say who came to mind eventually.
Yeah. So Al Pacino.
Al
popped in there.
Pacino, 76,
70 something. Yeah, like
Dog
just,
Day Afternoon.
right, just getting into the mindset.
And have you been keeping up with Al Pacino? Did you catch his performance or his reading of the Best Picture at the Oscars?
I
this
did
year?
not. Was it bizarre?
Oh yeah, he never said the words winner, Best Picture, or anything like that. He just
Okay.
opened the envelope and was wait, who won it this year?
You don't know because he didn't say.
Right.
it.
Basically, it was. Oh wow, we watched the show, and Al Pacino.
We'll put
was
it
just
in.
like-
We'll put it in
Al
post.
Pacino just. Well, gotta say, and the envelope, and it's insert here, whatever the name of it is. But yeah, he just
Yeah, so he's-
basically wandered up to the microphone, opened the envelope, said it, and then wandered back off.
Yeah. So he's officially entered sort of like nutty old Marlon Brando territory. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's kind of where you end up. You know?
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like, it's like.
And I think he's another one that has. Is he another one that has recently, as an 80-year-old, become a father for the whatever number of time? I know
No,
De Niro.
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure
know
De
that.
Niro.
Wow.
De
Also,
Niro has had a
but I thought
recent
Al Pacino
kid,
also recently
and there's-
fathered a child.
Sure, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they're kind of like popping out as he walks down Sunset Boulevard. They're kind of popping out. But could I just say, just to kind of back?
Scarface doesn't use protection.
But I don't know if you noticed. Oh, because you don't watch TV, so you didn't notice this. But like, Chris, when you were doing the Al Pacino voice, what I heard, and I'm thinking of this because this character just died, I think, was Barney Fife from The Simpsons. You
No, wait.
sounded exactly like
What?
Barney.
Not Barney Fife.
Not Barney Fife.
Barney Fife is Don Knotts.
Oh no,
Barney.
Just Barney.
Just
just
Barney,
Barney.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know Barney.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, yeah.
Okay,
me and Barney.
because it's been on, 'cause it's been on TV for 35 years. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You do a perfect Barney.
That's Al Pacino.
That's Al Pacino.
That's
Barney doing Al Pacino.
That is the most accurate description of any of my impressions, because the book on me for doing impressions is that no matter what impression I'm doing, it sounds like Bill Cosby. So it's like whatever. I could be all right. Here's Al Pacino. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, pudding pops.
Okay, that was Barney doing Bill Cosby.
But, yeah.
Also, just so the listeners know, some clothes have been coming off here. Just wanted to
Yeah,
make sure you're
it's
in
all
on
that-
the secret
The
here.
unicorn tapestry is keeping the warmth in quite
It's
nicely.
it's the arousal from the horn.
Yeah.
That is.
Yes. Anytime Nick says the word arousal, we go into the future.
We need about 25 more buttons. Next time we do this, I want a whole grid of buttons that we can just, for any possible emotion, we want to just be able to.
Yeah. Well, it's very
And
fun.
now we're over at the bar.
Oh, Barney, R.I. Barney.
Well, I will now kick this back to myself. Then.
Okay.
Yes, please,
This is a
please.
great interview.
Invisibility and a
So is
celebrity.
this how podcasts actually work? That
is,
they
it is.
just sit around and talk like this.
Yes, basically.
And
Everything.
people are like, "Let me listen to this."
Yeah. This is the cultural form. This is the media form of our
Okay.
time.
All
Yeah.
right. All
Yeah,
right.
they just a little voyeuristic, like fly on the wall of other people's conversations, so you don't have to be in them.
Wow.
I think I don't know.
Thank you guys for inviting me into the cultural moment. I'm really
Yeah.
happy to be here.
You didn't even have to get invisible for it.
Yeah. Wow. Celebrities.
Be
I'm not
completely
I'm not
honest.
a big. I mean, I can tell you celebrity crush.
Okay.
Like when I was
That's a start.
when I was younger.
Grr.
Yeah, I'm so young now. I mean,
Of course.
are you familiar?
Well, actually, we got to go to this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Take me back to the 90s.
There we go.
I pushed the wrong button.
Are you guys familiar with Famke Janssen?
Yes.
No.
She was
she was an
Phoenix.
She was Phoenix in the X-Men.
Oh, okay.
She was in Rounders, which is also another great movie. But just a tall, statuesque redhead.
Yeah.
I crushed on her for many of the 90s years.
Yeah.
Did you have a Cyclops helmet
Yes.
that you would put on? And
Well, I imagine that is exactly what would turn her on, especially her X-Man lovers. I don't know if you're familiar. Do you do comic books?
Oh yeah, I used to collect the X-Men,
Okay.
so I know
All right.
all
All right.
the story.
Oh, wow.
I watched one of the movies, but I read the comics back in the 70s
Okay.
and 80s.
All right.
yeah.
Oh,
so
see.
we're finding the Venn diagram.
Yes.
here.
Exactly,
We don't have to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think I saw her in something not that long ago, and I was like, she still got it. But I think let's see. If I were going to be invisible again, sort of like Nick was saying, I got to think of the
karma.
The karma. I definitely. I don't know. Elon Musk. I mean, you want to talk about the total antithesis of any like connection? Like, I would want to just gather dirt so I could expose him for the fucking weird.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're all kind of trapped invisibly in Elon Musk's
Right.
kitchen already.
Yeah.
It's sort of like we're stuck in his house and we
Right.
have to listen to his bullshit anyway. So,
But luckily, karma works. So he's losing billions. So
yeah, there are a lot of karmic references today. This is interesting. Have you been thinking about karma a lot, or you just do in general?
well, no, I think just when you get confronted with like here's an opportunity to do something that violates people's privacy and is unethical. What do you say? A cautionary note comes to mind.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I would actually, I'd use my invisibility for good by, keeping notes and, actually, it would probably be best for him would just be to be invisible and then move things like an inch because he's already paranoid enough.
Right.
Like, I feel like it would, I mean, not that he
Do
has
that
already
thing where you
gone over
kind
the
of like
edge.
shave off tiny bits of the chair,
He's-
right, every time,
Aw,
or
that's
I forget which
poor.
way you do it, like to kind of like either raise the table or lower the table in tiny increments.
So
Poor
it feels like
Elon.
he's
No,
shorting,
he's
he's getting
gonna have a
short.
rough time.
Yeah, well, we've already started doing this. Actually, it's been going on for 6 months, and now we're finally able to reveal this.
Yeah.
Now in the future, and it's going really well. It's going really
It's
well.
just going to take a really, really long time.
It is.
for it to work. So
Probably.
yeah,
he'll kill us all before.
be patient, everyone.
Exactly. We'll get there.
Or abandon
We'll
us
get
for
there.
Mars.
Yeah, because the
Please.
slower, the slower we do it, the less karmic damage
Right.
we'll take.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of a good strategy to bring about, like, if you want to kill off some of your family members, is to just start to introduce some rumors about
Absolutely.
different people in the family very
Absolutely.
slowly.
Yes,
leave
yes.
knives around.
Yeah.
For the listener, Nick is referencing a bit from our show last night.
Our blowout, sold out,
Yeah,
crazy show
yeah,
for a Monday, that was a heck of a show.
It was. That was.
That was at the Deep Dive in Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, I actually I'm already failing as a host because I should have introduced you as Nick Boyar, member and star of the bronze medalists.
And Microphone Chen, member and star of the
Mike
bronze
Chen,
medalists.
star and
And
member.
Chris
member.
Miller,
Chris Miller, some guy that they,
member and star,
Star and member.
of the bronze medalists.
yes,
3 of us.
that's right. I mean, not the only 3.
No, there are
Well, there
others,
are
but,
right.
Yeah,
but we're the stars.
really wants to get the star status. Just kidding.
That's why we're locked in this small room with microphones.
Yes. All right. Well, that's a great segue. So we're gonna come back right in a few minutes after this message from our sponsors. Hello there. My name is Rufus T. Wrangler, the president, founder, and CEO of Wrangler Jeans. I have recently had my eyes opened to the concept of a third leg on jeans, and it has wildly increased my revenue. I would like to sell you a pair of three-legged jeans. Here, let me get a testimonial from one of my great customers.
Oh, Rufus, I have never had jeans with 3 legs before, and I never realized how uncomfortable my third leg was until I was able to put it into a leg of its own. My goodness, Rufus, thank you. You have saved my life.
And that is not the only testimonial that I have received from the masses. In fact, here's another one.
I'm in painting school, and it's really convenient to have the third leg because I can put my rolled up paintings in it and not have to get them wet. So I'm gonna use these 3-legged Wrangler jeans going forward. Thank you.
So, if you need 3-legged jeans, come down to the Wrangler store at your local mall, should it actually have any stores left. You go buy some 3-legged jeans, and I thank you so much. Welcome back, everybody, to Impetuosity. We hope you enjoyed that ad, and you will buy things from our sponsors to keep us on the air.
Yes, absolutely. This is a very high budget operation.
Yes.
We need revenue.
All right. So should I stay with the question that was from episode 29, or do you want to give me a new number?
I thought we're just going to work with the material that we've...
Well, so what we're going to do, well, for the listener, we don't want to, we got to keep the listener in the loop.
Sure.
We had the freeform conversation, and now we're going to do a narrative improv. We're going to try that, in which we're going to tell one long story instead of disconnected scenes. And in order to move us about in space and time, we have 3 sound effects. The first is meanwhile, or cut to. We start over here. Now we're over there. And sometimes we want to go into the past, see how something came to be, get more information about how something started. Well, then we go into the past. Definitely sounds like going into the past.
Absolutely.
But you can't stay in the past forever. So then you have to go back to the future or into the present. Everyone get it?
I
we got
understand time
All
for
right.
the first time in my life.
So in order to get us started, we'll just get a location, and then we can use any and all things that you might have heard before or not. We'll see how it goes. Mike, give me a number.
12.
12 is the waiting room at an oil change place. So we take you
So
now
specific.
to the waiting room at an oil change place.
Hello? Is there anybody back there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Oh, hi. Barry.
Greg.
Barry Greg.
I
was just reading
Barry,
your shirt.
but
It was, yeah, okay.
I'm wearing Barry's shirt today.
Oh, okay. Greg, I've been here for a little while, and I was just wondering how my Jaguar was doing.
Well, there's a little bit of a problem because Barry's not here right now.
So you need Barry to change the oil in
Yeah,
the cars?
Barry knows how to do the operations here. I'm more of just like the front end.
Are there any other people in the back who know how to change the oil in a car, since this is an oil change establishment? I mean, because I am the owner of a Jaguar, and you know, which might imply to some people that I have things to do. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, I've been waiting too. What's going on?
I'm really sorry, you guys, but Barry didn't come in today.
What kind of car do you have?
I got a Range Rover.
Yeah,
It really makes me feel big.
So me and the gnome over here. You are a gnome.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for noticing. And let me
Okay.
tip my cap to you. It's my pointed cap.
Yeah, so me and the gnome over here have been wondering what's been going on with our very expensive cars, and where's Barry?
What
I'm-
could
you got-
Barry possibly be up to?
Yo, Barry. What's up? Glad you could come to our deep voice meeting. We support group because, it's not easy being someone with a really deep voice. We always rumble the ground and whatnot. That's why I had to come here today, because I've been having a lot of problems with my deep voice in relationship. I hear you, brother.
So Joel, so Joel, last time you were talking about how you got caught in your ex-girlfriend's place because you thought you were invisible, and you were like going through her checkbook or something. Could you like kind of finish that story up for us? Because
Sure. I was at my girlfriend's place, and I thought I was invisible for some reason. I'm not sure why. Anyway, I was like, let me go through her checkbook. Oh, did I tell you this part already?
How does this support having a deep voice? Because I skipped work to come here to get support for my problem.
You skipped work? Well, I hope they're not having trouble without you.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm really sorry, but I don't know when he's going to be back, and you're welcome to leave your cars or take them or
No, I gotta go because I gotta get to my high voice support group.
we're gonna go into the past to the last meeting of the High Voice.
So my name is Norm the gnome, and hi Norm. Oh, hey Barry.
My name is Larry.
Oh, sorry. I got
It's because my shirt. It's the pocket is folded. It makes it look like Barry.
Yeah.
People
all right.
make that mistake all the time.
Excuse me, is this the meeting for people with high voices?
It sure is.
You're in the right place.
Hi, my name is Mr. Sims.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sims.
Hey, Mr. Sims. You look old.
Yeah, I'm 72.
Oh, that's nothing for a gnome. Oh, you're not a gnome? I guess I'm the only gnome here.
I'm a human being.
Oh.
What are you?
Well, I'm what you might call kind of a half elf, gnome adjacent, crossover lieutenant.
You just sound like you were ashamed of your non-health elf part.
Well, it's confusing because most of the time I just tell people, I'm either a short human or a tall elf or kind of a heavy gnome, or a lot of times people just don't ask because I don't really show up on people's radars too much. So hey, Mr. Sims, tell us about you and what kind of trauma do you have from having a high voice?
My therapist suggested that I might want to come to this support group because I've been having a lot of trouble over the last 60 years or so with establishing a relationship with a woman.
Oh.
So I finally broke down after 60 years of resistance, and I'm ready to admit that there are maybe something for me to work on, and I want some friends.
Well, this has all been great, but I gotta go get my oil changed.
Anyway, like I was saying, when he gets back, would really be, he can completely change your oil, but you're welcome to have some more of the K-Cup coffee if you like.
Gary, I had an idea because I really am in a hurry, being the owner of a Jaguar and extremely busy. And
My name's Greg.
It was Greg.
oh, I'm sorry, Greg. It's just your
I-
shirt.
my
your
shirt says
keeps-
Barry.
keeps
Yeah, I
throwing me
know.
off. I was wondering if you could show myself and Mr. Gnome, your Norm, me and Norm into the back there, and I think the two of us could actually show you how to change the oil in our cars.
Well, Barry's not here, so I'm really not allowed back there.
I'm just thinking, since it's the three of us and we're in sort of a situation that possibly the three of us together could work out a solution that could be beneficial to all of us.
Well, that's a very nice idea, but without Barry in the picture, I just got to stay front end.
I'm sorry, Greg. Greg, was it? Greg, right? You're
That's
Greg.
right. Yeah, just don't look at my name tag.
It's so confusing.
I'm sorry, but I left my Greg shirt at home, and then I came in and I realized I didn't have a shirt, and Barry's shirt was in his locker, and so I took it.
Oh, and Jaguar guy. What's your name again?
My name is Jerry the
Oh.
Jaguar, which is what most people refer to. Most people just call me Jag.
Jag. Okay. Well, nice to see you, Jag. Get him! Get Greg!
Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop! Hey, you're tying me up.
All right, well, just take us into the back. We're going to change the freaking oil in our
Okay,
cars.
okay, just don't hurt me. Okay,
Just take us back there. Take
All
us
right,
back there.
Okay. Here's the back.
Okay, now look.
I don't know what these things are, you guys.
It's very simple. All we have to do is we have to get one of these cars up on the lift, and then the whole thing is I could change my oil myself, but I don't like to touch things that have dirt on them. And so that's where you guys come in.
Well, I'd love to help, but I'm so small. My hands can't even reach around the oil filter or
So
whatever
Gary,
that thing
all
is.
we need is a human being's hands that are large enough to twist objects and don't mind having some dirt on them, and we can put all of this behind us in a matter of, I'd say, 25 minutes.
Well, I don't mind getting some dirt on me, but this is Barry's job.
I don't know, Norm.
Well, maybe we should go
Kill
find
him?
the. Wow!
Kill me?
Jag!
Because I'm not going to change your oil, you're going to kill me?
Well, I was just going through my list of options. Hang on, let me look at my phone again.
This is probably already a crime, like tying me up and taking me into the back room where Barry works.
No jury would convict us.
Well, I'm just checking the karma meter on my
Barry
phone,
might be upset that we're back here.
and it does look to me as if I'm already committing a crime that something like manslaughter wouldn't change the meter very much. So I'd say yes.
What's going on in here?
Oh,
Who are you?
he has a shirt on that says Greg.
Greg.
So are you Barry?
Yeah, I'm Barry. What are you doing back here, Greg?
They tied me up and put me back here. I'm sorry, Barry.
Apparently.
Who the
don't
hell
forget,
are you guys?
We also kicked him in the balls.
Barry, my name is Jerry. You can call me Jag. That beautiful, pale silver, sort of bluish, grayish Jaguar over there is my vehicle, and I just want the oil changed on it. And so me and Norm over here came back into the back with your colleague, and he was going to show us why he was unable to change the oil in the car because he was waiting for someone named Barry, who I'm assuming is you. And so maybe we can get this all cleared up.
Gary. Greg. I can't believe you brought these guys back here.
Oh my goodness, Barry! You have such a low voice. I'm so jealous.
All right, you guys, listen. I'm trying to become gentler and kinder. So I'm going to ask you nicely to just follow me into the waiting room where we can discuss this like civilized customers and service providers.
Barry, I'm very, very happy to do that. It's just wait, Emma, let's just look at this thing on my phone real quick. And yeah, I just before we move back into the waiting room where Norm and I have been waiting patiently for the better part of the morning, I just want to make sure that our car's oil gets changed within the next, let's say, half an hour, or the two of us are going to have to start shooting this place up.
I'm here. You're in my space. You're in my work area. I'm getting ready to go to work. I can't promise you exactly a half hour, but the sooner you get into the waiting room and the sooner you little fucker, Greg, get those wrists untied and get back on register, then I could get to work and do some oil change.
I want some more of Greg's backstory.
Okay.
Where is Greg?
Um,
Sorry, I just threw a crazy cut in there.
well, what would you like to know?
Oh, because maybe he's in the medium-voiced support group.
Yeah, I mean, I got this job out of high school because Barry's brother was my friend in high school. And Barry's a little bit controlling, but he's a really dominant, powerful, masculine personality, and I kind of admire him.
Do you feel that with your normal range speaking voice that you're unable to speak up to a much deeper voiced man?
I have real problems with that. Barry pretty much tells me what to do all the time.
I want to come back to Greg and Barry, but like it's.
Wait.
All right, we're gonna give you like 30 minutes, and then anywhere else. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Are the cars done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a proposition for you there, Barry.
What is it?
I hear you don't like your deep voice. I got a little gnome pixie dust. I got some pixie dust off of this pixie that I know. How about I sprinkle some on you and I sprinkle some on me and we switch voices and see how we like that?
Well, I like my deep voice, but I just find that it scares away a lot of the women who I'd like to attract.
Oh, I am knee deep in lady friends. So trust me, they like a high voice. All I want to do, I want to sprinkle a little pixie dust on you and a little pixie dust on me. Sound good?
You're 2 feet tall. I don't want any of your pixie dust.
All right, you're poof in your face. Well, Barry, what do you think about your new voice?
I'm really small now.
Oh, I forgot to tell you that not only does it change our voices, it also changes our statures. I'm now 6'4", 240. I run a 4.40.
I'm now 2 foot, 28 pounds. I'm not going to be able to do my job anymore.
Oh my God, my oil is never going to get changed.
Oh, and now I perfectly fit this Range Rover. Oh, this is great. I like being this tall and this deep voice. By the way, I totally lied about all the ladies that I get when I'm small. Good luck in the desert, my friend.
Greg,
Yeah, Barry?
Greg, I'm going to have to teach you how to change the oil now because I'm so small.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can start with my Jaguar.
Yeah.
The end.
And it all happened in Impetuosity. All right, welcome back to Impetuosity. Hope you enjoyed that ad. You will be quizzed on it. So we're going to do a bonus improv round.
Bonus improv round.
And so Nick, can you give me a number?
How about number 10?
Oh, 10. I did not know that's what you were going to say. And it is the student lounge at a performing arts high school. we take you now to the student lounge at a performing arts high school.
Tina, God, I've heard 15 times how you deserve that part more than Ashley. It's just, you gotta let it go.
But I'm a five tool. I sing, I dance, I choreograph, I do handstands. I mean, like, I'm just so much better.
I know. It's just I'm really you're using up all of my empathy, and I need to keep some of it for the show tonight. You know, I'm doing my one man all in one, all the best scenes from 1940s Hollywood tonight, and I have to kind of save some of my energy, you know?
Well, I mean, Mr. Donald, should you really be performing at all? I mean, you're the director. Like, you should be telling us how to do better.
Tina, in order for a director to direct, he must also perform.
Okay, but I mean, you're the boss, and you're definitely the one who could give me the part.
Yeah, Tina, just I'll be back. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Greg, I've been getting some complaints about how you've been showing up in your theater class. They're saying it's kind of like a therapy session for you.
Well, Thomas, my good friend of these many years. It just seems that as a director and a performer and as a human being, it's important for me, essential for me to connect with those I'm spending time with. Like you, Thomas. I know we've been friends for a really long time, but sometimes it seems to me like you don't give of yourself. And I'd like you to feel free to do that with me, your friend of these many years.
I'm your friend, but I'm also the principal of this school. And I mean, I've got multiple complaints from students who say that you are telling them to not be so anxious about getting their parts, and then just complaining about your performance issues in front of the whole class. I mean, how is this teaching them the craft that they need to know?
Well, of course, as you know, Thomas, I come from the school of show, don't tell. And we in the school of SDT as...
Greg, I hate to be the blunt boss about this, but you are really going to have to stop confessing about your personal anxieties in class, and you're going to have to start teaching concrete acting techniques.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely, Thomas. Absolutely. I have to go. I must.
Give me a hug.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, Mr. Donalds, I'm first in the class today.
Hey,
hope
Curtis.
Hope you're gonna share a lot with us.
How are you, Curtis? How is your day going?
Oh, my
Curtis?
day's great. I mean, I got the lead, and Tina, she hardly got anything, and Ashley, I mean, there's nothing that it goes better than getting the lead in the school play.
That's so wonderful.
But what about you? Don't you want to share some stuff with us?
At this moment, I would rather hear all about you. Tell me what your approach to this part is. What part is it again?
It's I'm the lead in West Side Story. I'm Maria.
Of course. What a wonderful, wonderful part. And tell me, like, have you thought at all about your process, about what your approach to this wonderful, innocent yet vivacious and spirited character? How would you, as a young, naive, know-nothing, how would you approach it? what would you be able to bring to a part like that?
Well, I mean, how about this? Ta-da!
That was when we cut in the singing of her, of Chris singing Maria. And, no, is that anyway? Well, you were a little pitchy, but I just can I just tell you something?
Greg, we're getting more complaints. Last week, it was that you were talking too much about your anxieties, and then this week, all the students said that you were just asking the student how they were going to approach their role, and you weren't actually teaching any theater craft. I mean, this is your job, dude.
Thomas, as you know, besides being of the school of show, don't tell, I also studied for many years in the realm of commedia dell'arte, in which...
Greg, I hate to have to
often-
be the boss and cut you off again, but in your next week's seminar, all right, you have got to teach concrete acting technique. You can't share your feelings. You can't ask about their feelings and approach. You've got to follow the curriculum, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
Now give me a big hug.
Okay.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
Oh my God, Tina, did you see the principal and Mr. Donalds talking over there, and they just hugged each other?
Oh my God, I know. It was like so gay.
Oh my God! I mean, I know it's the theater and everything, but I mean,
They
get
were
a room.
they were really holding on extra tight at the end.
I mean, now if only I could have something to use to blackmail Mr. Donalds into giving me the better part.
That's probably how Mr. Donalds got his job, because he is really not teaching us very much at all.
Oh, you noticed that too? I haven't learned a single thing. I did this wonderful performance, and then he said it was pitchy.
That is so unfair of him.
My God.
You know-
All right. Well, that's it. We're a pact. We're gonna take Mr. Donalds down. We're gonna make him our.
I don't want to take him down.
Well, just so he has to give us all the parts that we want.
I like my part.
You're the trash can in the alley of West Side Story. I mean,
I am a really soulful trash can.
yes, you are, Becky. I know that you're going to go far with that, but I mean, how else am I going to get to Broadway?
Well, maybe if you took some of this suppressed rage that you have and actually put it into your training exercises, maybe you wouldn't be calling me such unnice names.
Oh my God, Becky. That's more direction than I've gotten from Mr. Donalds all year. Maybe you should be the teacher.
Oh my God, maybe I should teach this class. You know what? Mr. Donalds, he really likes to go get a drink and go to the bathroom and stuff. So maybe the next time he goes to the bathroom and gets a drink or takes a cigarette break, I could teach the class.
So acting is the act of pretending to be a person that you're not. And if you look at the PowerPoint slide, you'll see that there are 7 principles of acting in the concrete school.
Excuse me, Mr. Donalds?
Yes, Becky.
Do you have to take a pee?
Now that you mention it, Becky, I do think that I could step outside for a moment. Not for that reason, but even though
Maybe need to have a cigarette break or something?
I did have a LaCroix just before class, but I'm just going to step outside and get some fresh air while you students study these 7 very concrete points of acting, and
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be back.
We
in
will. Oh, definitely.
Yes. Hey.
I'll be back.
Okay.
So, what are you doing here? It's in the middle of your class.
I had to pee.
All right, Becky, get on up there and show us how it's done.
All right, well, your first assignment
is to impersonate Mr. Donalds. I want to see everybody's impersonation of Mr. Donalds because in order to be real actors, we have to feel the soul of the person that we're trying to be. So let's see what you got.
Hey, y'all, what's going on?
No, wait.
Was that it?
Give me 2 words to describe the energy of that voice, Ashley.
Old and decrepit.
No, it was like aggressive and forceful.
Becky, you're so good at this. I wish you were the teacher all the time. I hope Mr. Donalds isn't coming back anytime soon.
Okay, let's resume.
Mr. Donalds!
Oh, goody, you're back.
Next slide. As we can see on this slide, the different forms of acting that you can pursue in a concrete manner have to do. Yes, Becky.
Mr. Donalds, do you think that you want to have a snack in the teacher's lounge?
A snack. What sort of snack would you be thinking about, Becky?
Don't they have donut holes down there?
Donut holes.
I mean, I sometimes when I'm like delivering messages for the office, they have donut holes on Friday.
That is an interesting thing. Of course, I'm not going to go and have a snack, but it does make me think of something. And you know what? I'll be right back. And I'm not going to get a donut hole, but I will be right back. And everybody just pay attention to this slide with these different approaches, concrete approaches to acting.
Greg, what are you doing here in the janitor's closet? It's right in the middle of your class again. I mean, what the hell is going on?
All right, Becky, take it again.
All right. Well, we still haven't gotten Mr. Donald's soul yet. Curtis, why don't you try?
Well, I guess everyone will look at slide. You know what I want to tell you about my life before here. I want to tell you all about how my marriage failed.
Yes.
And then I want to talk more about your personal lives.
Yes.
How was that?
That was what does everybody think? That to me really
Bravo!
Loved it.
That
was great.
I can't believe how authentic it was.
That completely felt like the soul of Mr. Donald was in you, Curtis, like a demon that possessed you.
Now that you speak of it, oh my, I have been possessed.
Listen, Greg. You got a mouthful of donut holes. You're here in the janitor's closet. And
Thomas, let me just. Sorry to butt in for just a second, but I am curious why you are in the janitor closet. Because when I came in here with the donut holes, you were in here already, sitting on that yellow bucket, and I don't know.
I'm dropping off the new mop heads. And listen,
Okay.
I hate to do this in a mop closet, but it's got to happen. I'm going to have to let you go, Greg. You're not pulling your weight around here, and I think we're going to be better served by a substitute teacher who at least is going to stick to the curriculum and not eat donut holes in the mop closet during class.
I knew it was going to come one of these days. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate this nudge into a new adventure, and I think when I understand what I'm feeling, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you all about it.
Well, just come on in for a big wet one.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Oh yeah,
love
baby.
you, man.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Mr. Donalds! It's me, Curtis. I was trying to do an impression of you, and all of a sudden I was possessed by a demon.
I was wondering, and it's so interesting that, I'm here in this Denny's, in Waco, Texas, hundreds of miles from that old school where you were a student and I was a teacher. And when I walked in, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, I was like, God, like over there, it's almost like looking in a mirror if I were possessed by a demon. And then there you are. And it's you, Curtis, my old student. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm glad I finally tracked you down. The demon inside me says that I have to kill you in order to release myself from this prison.
Wow, that is amazing. So this journey of yours, this new role, so to speak, can you tell me a little bit about what you've learned on this?
Well, all of this is pain and torture and hellfire. But I really appreciate your listening to me, Mr. Donald.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And so all of this pain that you haven't, and I imagine as a demon, you must have many lifetimes, eons of pain. And then, of course, the teenage pain of Curtis himself.
Now, excuse me, sir. In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, I cast this demon out of this child. Demon be gone. Demon be gone. Get on out of here and go over in the park and drown yourself in the water. Demon be gone. Amen. Are you okay, boy?
Mr. Donalds, what am I doing? Where am I? Is this Waco, Texas? How?
Oh, my
Boy,
goodness.
Did you steal
Boy,
me?
you were possessed. You were possessed by some form of demon that I cast out with my exorcisms.
But why is Mr. Donalds here? I don't know. I don't understand where I am.
And thank you so much. Is it Gary? Is that what your shirt says?
Yes?
Well, and also the coffee is excellent. I had no idea you were an exorcist as well as being the waiter here at this all night Denny's. It's really pretty amazing service you have.
Many of us here in Waco are exorcists.
Really? That's interesting.
It really comes in handy when there's a demon possession.
I see. Yeah. So, I mean, this is my first experience of a demon. This happens all the time down here.
Yeah, there's a demon over at table 8 right now.
My goodness gracious. Are you going to go exorcise that demon as well? Or is that...
Well, when I'm done with you guys.
Oh, that's wonderful. So could you I'm just curious, you being an exorcist and a waiter, what sort of life connections does that bring together for you? The kind of serving of food and the casting out of evil.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're also possessed by a demon that's making you ask these dumb questions. So I'm going to have to, in the name of Lord Jesus Christ, cast this demon right out of you. And you go on and get over in that park and you stick yourself in a trash can like I told you. Get.
Oh,
Finally, the real Mr. Donalds is here.
huh. Isn't that interesting?
Now you see, I don't know how long you had that demon, but I can see it in your eyes. That demon's gone.
I'm just going to sip my coffee and sit here for a while because I have absolutely nothing in my head. And it feels great.
It's a good thing you boys came to Waco. I think you came here for a reason.
Well, I know I came because I was possessed, and now I'm not. So I'm heading to Broadway. See ya, suckers!
And that's
The end.
that's the end of our.
Broadway. I thought we were going to go to Broadway.
Gonna get a closing song.
Impetuosity.
You owe us a song from West Side Story, and you owe us another song
that's
for what was Curtis going to sing? What show was he going to be in?
Curtis would have to know some songs that...
But what song was he going to be in on Broadway?
Oh, absolutely. Probably the only one that I know anything from is...
The Lion King.
Exactly. I am a lion, hear me roar. If you don't sit down, you're gonna get some more.
We only did that because of copyright issues. Otherwise, he was going to.
We didn't have the clearance for that. It
He was
cost way
going to
too much.
sing that really famous, very difficult song from the beginning.
Well, thank you all for listening to Impetuosity. Hey, any of my colleagues got anything to promote?
Well, Third Place Theater, we've got these open improv jams, often on Thursdays, occasionally Tuesdays. So you got to check the website, thirdplaceithaca.com. And if you're in the Ithaca area,
.com.
It is
.com.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're in the Ithaca area,
They got one of the last .coms left on the internet.
come and play some improv with us on our open improv nights.
Yeah, and then we're also going to be doing guerrilla podcasting, right?
That's right.
We're going to be down there in DeWitt Park on Saturday.
So just stay there 24/7 and wait for us, and you'll see
look
us.
for the people with. There's going to be someone on their phone sitting on one of the benches. And
They're with us.
And yes. And so what you want to do is go up and get behind them and kind of, the thing when you tickle someone like right underneath their ears, like do that. And they will love it. They'll love it. So yeah,
Tell them Mike sent you.
absolutely.
All right.
All right, peace
Peace.
out.